Most people believe power looks loud and fast. Decisions made instantly, reactions delivered on time, constant motion mistaken for control. The world rewards urgency, so urgency feels like strength. But speed only creates the appearance of influence, not the substance of it. Movement calms anxiety, yet rarely changes outcomes. Acting quickly feels productive because it silences doubt. Acting slowly forces awareness. Over time, the impatient exhaust themselves, chasing moments that vanish. The long game stays invisible because it offers no instant relief, only quiet accumulation that cannot be seen until it already works. This illusion keeps people busy and blind. Machiavelli did not chase moments. He studied patterns. While others focused on dramatic victories, he watched how power settled over years. Time, to him, was not background noise, but pressure that revealed structure. Leaders rose, decayed, and collapsed on predictable timelines. Those who survived understood rhythm. They delayed when others rushed. They prepared while others performed. Machiavelli wrote for rulers who could endure boredom and uncertainty. His advice feels cold only because it ignores the present moment and speaks to outcomes that arrive quietly, long after applause fades. This patience transformed uncertainty into leverage. Instead of fear over time alone, impulsive people mistake reaction for strength. They answer before understanding, move before positioning, speak before listening. In the short term, this creates noise that looks impressive. In the long term, it creates patterns others exploit. Every emotional response reveals leverage points. Every rushed decision narrows future options. The impulsive live in constant defense, repairing damage they caused themselves. Deliberate thinkers move less, but see more. They let outcomes mature instead of forcing them. Over time, restraint compounds, while impulsiveness collapses under its own weight. Eventually, speed becomes exhaustion, and exhaustion invites loss that no one can escape forever without consequences. Thinking long-term requires a quiet, internal shift. The urgency to respond must be replaced with the discipline to wait. This does not mean hesitation. It means choosing distance over drama. Long-term thinkers trade emotional relief for strategic clarity. They stop asking what feels good now and start noticing what endures later. This mindset feels uncomfortable at first because it removes stimulation, but calm creates space. Space creates foresight, and foresight turns patience into direction, not passivity. It slows perception and stretches consequence across time. With practice, the mind learns to settle. Nothing is rushed, yet everything moves forward quietly, deliberately. Time removes the mask people wear in moments of pressure. Short bursts allow performance. Duration forces truth. Over weeks and years, patterns harden and habits surface. Ambition shows through consistency. Fear leaks through repetition. No one can pretend forever. Those who rush miss this exposure because they stay busy reacting. Those who wait collect information without effort. Watching how someone behaves when nothing is urgent reveals more than confrontation ever could. Time does the interrogation silently. The patient observer gains leverage simply by staying present long enough to notice what never changes. Beneath temporary behavior, over extended stretches of life, control rarely comes from speaking first. It comes from allowing others to move, explain, and commit before you do. When you delay response, people fill the silence with their intentions. They justify, exaggerate, reveal priorities. The one who waits gathers clarity without risk. This is not avoidance. It is positioning. You are not refusing to act. You are choosing the moment. By letting others reveal their hand, you reduce uncertainty while they increase it. Dominance here is quiet. It feels passive, yet it reshapes outcomes before action ever begins by shifting balance subtly, without visible effort or force applied outward. Most people move at the same speed as everyone around them. This creates symmetry, and symmetry invites competition. Uneven pace breaks this pattern. When you slow down while others rush, you create distance they cannot cross. Your timing feels unpredictable. Their urgency becomes visible. Moving slower does not mean falling behind. It means refusing to be dragged into rhythms that benefit others. Calm pace conserves energy and sharpens judgment. Over time, this asymmetry compounds. While others burn momentum quickly, you retain options. Confidence grows quietly when speed is no longer forced by external pressure or borrowed urgency from crowds alone. Waiting feels dangerous because it looks like nothing is happening. In reality, waiting is a decision layered with intent. You are observing conditions, letting variables settle, allowing clarity to emerge. Action taken too early locks you into incomplete information. Waiting keeps doors open. It preserves flexibility. Anxiety fades when waiting is chosen rather than feared. You are not frozen. You are aligned with timing instead of impulse. This distinction changes everything. When waiting becomes deliberate, patience transforms into control. You stop chasing certainty and start allowing it to form naturally around you without resistance. Struggle, noise, haste, pressure, fear, urgency. Time weakens opponents without confrontation because most people cannot sustain effort indefinitely. They reveal fatigue, inconsistency, and frustration. Strategies decay when they are rushed. Emotions erode judgment when outcomes delay. You do not need to attack. You only need to last. While others burn energy maintaining appearances, time strips them down. Mistakes surface. Alliances shift. Patience allows you to win without creating enemies. The conflict dissolves before it reaches you. Time becomes an ally that applies pressure evenly, silently, and relentlessly until advantage appears without a single dramatic move, unfolding slowly, inevitably, beyond resistance. Noise, reaction, impulse, spectacle, force, violence. Reputation outlives action because it survives memory. One decision fades, one victory disappears, one mistake blurs with time. What remains is the pattern people recall when your name appears. Over years, impressions stack quietly. How you respond under pressure, how often you keep your word, how you behave when nothing is gained. These fragments combine into expectation. Once formed, expectation moves ahead of you, shaping reactions before you arrive. Single moments matter less than the story they add to over time. Long after attention leaves the scene behind completely forever and continues, guiding judgment quietly without your control anymore later. Many who think deeply feel misunderstood early. Machiavelli accepted this as natural. Immediate approval attracts danger because it locks you into a role too soon. When others fail to read you clearly, you gain time. Time allows correction, growth, and repositioning. Being misunderstood delays labels. Labels shrink options. Machiavelli wrote for rulers willing to endure suspicion while building strength quietly. Recognition, arriving late, often arrives stronger because it follows results, not promises. Those who wait out confusion inherit authority others tried to seize too fast and lost through exposure, and impatience alone, eventually always publicly, painfully visible over time periods. Silence gives people room to imagine. When you explain less, others fill gaps with assumptions. This grants you influence without effort. Speaking constantly fixes your image too early. Silence keeps perception flexible. It invites projection. People see what they expect, fear, or desire. This uncertainty protects you, while others expose every thought. You remain undefined. Undefined carries weight. It creates space to maneuver later. Restraint feels empty, but it concentrates attention. Attention given sparingly becomes valuable. The quiet figure is rarely ignored. Instead, they are watched, interpreted, and slowly respected without demanding recognition or explanation ever publicly again later. Quietly, reputation can imprison if built carelessly. Public gestures feel rewarding, but they harden identity quickly. Once people expect a version of you, deviation looks like weakness. Smart positioning avoids extremes. Do not become known for emotional reactions or constant visibility. These patterns limit future movement. Before acting publicly, consider how this moment will echo later. Ask whether it expands or narrows perception. Caution is not fear, it is foresight. You protect tomorrow's options by refusing today's applause. Reputation should serve you later, not trap you now in a fixed role permanently that resists change when conditions shift inevitably again elsewhere. Predictability sounds weak, yet controlled predictability disarms suspicion. When people think they know you, they stop watching closely. This creates cover. You choose which patterns to repeat and which to hide. Consistency becomes camouflage. While attention drifts, you prepare quietly. This is not stagnation, it is strategic patience. By appearing steady, you avoid scrutiny. By being truly flexible inside, you adapt unseen. Predictability at the surface buys freedom underneath. Others chase novelty and expose themselves. You remain reliable enough to be ignored until movement matters most later. Then outcomes speak for you without explanation or defense. endurance required at all times. Strong emotions collapse the future into the present. Anger demands immediate release. Excitement pushes reckless movement. Fear narrows focus until only escape remains. In these states, the mind trades long horizons for short relief. Strategic clarity disappears because emotion pulls attention toward now, not later. When reactions lead, time shrinks. Choices become smaller, louder, and harder to reverse. Emotional control does not erase feeling. It delays expression. That delay restores distance. Distance restores options. When the mind settles, consequences stretch forward again, and decisions regain depth instead of urgency-driven simplicity. This calm perspective quietly separates power from impulse forever. Internally, unreadable people keep their center protected. When emotions stay private, others struggle to predict reactions or manipulate responses. This uncertainty creates space. Space creates leverage. Those who explain themselves too much surrender control over how they are perceived. Privacy preserves autonomy. It allows adjustment without announcement. Being unreadable does not mean being deceptive. It means being selective. You reveal what serves timing, not curiosity. Over time, this opacity builds quiet authority. People hesitate around what they cannot map. That hesitation slows pressure and keeps decision-making power where it belongs. Long-term, without confrontation or explanation from anyone ever again later. Being underestimated removes expectations. Without expectations, mistakes are forgiven and victories surprise. When others assume less, they relax vigilance. This is not about shrinking yourself. It is about allowing misjudgment to exist. Underestimation reduces resistance. It grants room to learn, observe, and prepare. Those who need to prove themselves reveal everything too early. Quiet competence grows unseen. When action finally matters, the contrast is sharp. Power appears sudden only because it developed without announcement. Letting others underestimate you is not weakness. It is patience wearing humility as protection until timing aligns perfectly in your favor later. Without warning signs visible, silence compounds over time. Each moment you do not speak preserves energy and possibility. Words feel powerful, but they cannot be reclaimed once released. Silence keeps options open. It allows you to listen fully and respond accurately later. Many people talk to feel safe. Silence tolerates uncertainty instead. This tolerance strengthens discipline. Over months and years, restraint shapes perception. The one who speaks rarely is taken seriously when they do. Silence becomes an investment that gains value precisely because it is not spent often or casually and quietly accumulates. Influence beyond immediate awareness without demanding attention from anyone else present. Emotional distance is often misunderstood as coldness. In truth, it is clarity without overwhelm. You still feel, but feelings no longer steer the wheel. This balance prevents burnout and bitterness. You can care without clinging and observe without judging. Emotional numbness disconnects you from reality. Distance keeps you engaged while protected. It allows empathy without sacrifice of control. Strength does not require hardness. It requires regulation. When emotions settle into proportion, decisions become humane and effective at once. Steady enough to endure time without losing warm presence or responsibility toward others who remain connected through calm, respect, and awareness. Consistent, direct conflict promises clarity but delivers erosion. It consumes energy quickly and forces positions too early. When you fight head-on, you expose limits, patterns, and intentions all at once. Even victory costs time and reputation. Those who rely on force must keep proving themselves, repeating the same struggle again and again. Endurance works differently. It avoids unnecessary collisions and allows pressure to dissipate naturally. Winning becomes a matter of staying intact while others exhaust themselves. The long game understands that survival with options beats triumph with damage, because power that lasts rarely announces itself through confrontation or dramatic moments. Roles determine trajectories more than effort. Some positions grow stronger with time, while others peak quickly and decline. Choosing a role that ages well means selecting one that gains relevance as complexity increases. Support roles, connective roles, and knowledge-based positions often compound quietly. They attract trust instead of resistance. Short-term glory roles demand constant visibility and energy. Long-term leverage comes from becoming useful in ways that deepen, not fade. When you think ahead, you stop chasing status and start cultivating placement. The right role soul turns patience into advantage, because time works in your favor instead of against you steadily. No one controls the larger currents shaping life. Markets shift, cultures evolve, priorities change. Fighting these forces wastes energy. Aligning with them multiplies it. Strategic humility recognizes where momentum already flows and steps into it. This does not mean surrendering values. It means understanding reality before acting within it. Those who resist change exhaust themselves defending the past. Those who adapt early appear calm and prepared. Power grows when you move with trends rather than against them. Cooperation with reality creates smoother paths and fewer enemies, allowing influence to expand without force or struggle or constant correction or resentment. Accumulating over time, attention attracts pressure. The center of focus draws scrutiny, competition, and expectation. Quiet ambition chooses distance instead. By avoiding constant visibility, you reduce interference. You gain room to adjust without commentary. Many mistake recognition for progress. In truth, visibility often freezes development because every move is judged. When you work outside the spotlight, learning accelerates. Mistakes stay private. Growth stays uninterrupted. Being overlooked can be protective. It allows positioning to mature without resistance. Ambition does not require an audience. It requires space. Space gives strategy time to breathe and shape itself without noise or distortion. Outcomes that arrive slowly carry weight. When results speak years later, they feel undeniable. There is no need for explanation or defense. The accumulation tells the story. Delayed gratification strengthens resolve because it demands belief without applause. Those who trust the long arc build structures that last. Their success appears sudden only to those who were not watching. Letting outcomes speak later removes the need to convince anyone now. It replaces argument with presence. When positioning is correct, time delivers proof quietly, steadily, and completely, leaving little room for dispute or rivalry or correction or reversal afterward. Long-term thinkers experience fewer enemies because time softens interpretation. When moments are viewed in isolation, every disagreement feels personal. Over decades, patterns replace incidents. Small slights lose importance, and motives become clearer. Perspective stretches emotion thinner. What once looked like threat becomes noise. Many conflicts exist only because attention is narrow. Widen the frame and hostility dissolves into misunderstanding or irrelevance. Those who think long-term conserve energy by refusing unnecessary battles. They allow friction to fade instead of hardening it. Fewer enemies appear because fewer moments are treated as permanent judgments. This perspective reduces drama and preserves strategic calm consistently. Immediate validation traps people inside other minds. Approval feels good, but it anchors direction to reactions you cannot control. Long-term thinkers step away from this pull. They measure progress internally, not by applause. Detachment does not remove ambition, it stabilizes it. When praise fades, purpose remains. When criticism appears, direction holds. By releasing the need to be seen instantly, energy returns inward. Decisions improve. Confidence becomes quieter and stronger. Self-worth rooted internally survives delays, silence, and misunderstanding without collapse or resentment over time. It allows patience to feel safe rather than empty, even when progress remains invisible for years quietly. A life designed to compound quietly avoids dramatic spikes. It favors routines that deepen skill, relationships that strengthen trust, and habits that protect energy. Nothing looks impressive early. That is the point. Compounding hides progress while multiplying it. Small advantages stack without attention. Over time, consistency outperforms intensity. This approach removes desperation and replaces it with direction. You build systems instead of chasing moments. Strategy becomes lifestyle. Daily choices align with distant outcomes, allowing growth to occur steadily, privately, and without constant recalibration or noise. Ambition stays calm because progress no longer depends on urgency or comparison validation cycles externally. Becoming difficult to replace is not about dominance. It is about depth. Over time, you accumulate context, judgment, and reliability that cannot be copied quickly. Long-term thinkers invest in understanding systems, not just tasks. They become anchors others rely on. Replacement requires rebuilding years of trust and nuance. This creates durable value. Identity shifts from role to presence. You are no longer interchangeable. When time passes, your absence would be felt. This This security is quiet, earned, and resistant to disruption, making patience feel practical rather than idealistic. It grows slowly, unnoticed, until it becomes undeniable across years, contexts, roles, environments. The long game often begins in solitude. When others chase immediate results, you move slower, observe more, and act with restraint. At first, this feels isolating. Conversations seem shallow. Friends or peers may misunderstand your pace. The quiet path appears lonely because few share your patience or perspective. Yet this solitude is not emptiness, is space to think, to watch, and to prepare. Isolation becomes a tool rather than a burden. In these moments, the mind learns endurance, self-reliance, and clarity. Being alone with your strategy strengthens character, teaching you to measure value not by noise around you, but by the integrity of your decisions over time. Eventually, time reveals who aligns with your trajectory and who does not. Patterns emerge, alliances clarify, and influence consolidates quietly. The results you cultivated in silence materialize without the need for explanation or justification. What seemed invisible begins to exert effect. The world adjusts to the presence of your patience. This slow unfolding offers calm satisfaction rather than rush or drama. Confidence grows naturally, rooted in observation, preparation, and endurance. By embracing the long game as a way of being, you no longer chase outcomes. You allow them to find you, steady, prepared, and quietly inevitable.